Alright everybody, we're doing another sales video. I'm gonna just jump right into it. This is what we got for eBay today. I sold one of those Charming Tale. This is actually a music box. This I actually put aside over here in a box because it's like multiple pieces and it's much more delicate looking than the rest of it. So that's in here. This was from, I bought 25 figures for like 20 bucks. If I ever email, I should really find the, oh, there it goes, it's even. So this guy comes off, but yeah, there's that. It makes music, it plays the Addams Family. Oh, it's gonna want to spin too. I shouldn't, oh. Alright, there's that anyway, before I mess it up. Gotta pack that a little tighter as well. So that sold for 25. I had it up for a bunch more, but I just kind of wanted it gone because it's Halloween stuff, and as you can see, it's November 2nd on that sale. I think it's the 4th today. Then I sold another one. This one was a little beat up. I'll show you this. I'll just show you the picture. His eye and his mouth, the paint just kind of came off. It's plastic, where usually these figures are like plaster, I guess. So he only sold for 8, which is still decent. Like, I sold some of the okay ones for 8 as well. We'll grab him. He's in here. I've been keeping them all in this box. They've been going pretty well. I just don't know if I want to try to buy the rest, if she still has them. Just because I don't know if I'll have room, really. So, it could literally be any of these, so we'll probably just do a hard cut. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I wrapped him in bubble wrap to try and contain him from losing any more paint. So there's that guy. Another $8 right there. I sold another one, but they haven't paid yet. They messaged me earlier like, oh, do you combine shipping? I was like, yeah, if you buy them at the same time, I certainly do. Like, I'll send you an invoice. Like, just make sure you're buying them together. And what do? They bought one, and then they bid on another one. So I'm probably not going to get the payment for that until the auction ends on the other one. Because I tried an auction on a few of the ones that were a little more valuable. So next we got a lot of 1080s, 90s YA books. Teen Girl, Babysitter, blah blah blah. Sold for 12. I've had these a while. I got them from the last place I used to work. We were doing like vintage book stuff, and these ones weren't the greatest shape, so we didn't feel like selling them, so the boss just gave them to me. So they're just couples, Babysitter's Club. There's like Cranberry Cousins or something in here too. Yeah, Cranberry Cousins. So that's 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Oh, maybe it was a lot of 10. Let's hope so, because I don't know what those other two would be. Yeah, a lot of 10. All right, we're good. So those will go medium mail, so shipping on that was pretty cheap. Then we got Zathura board game. Sold for 16. It was definitely going for more on Amazon, but it's gated. I think it's a Pressman game. I don't know why they gated everything, but whatever. And then, yeah, that's the other one that sold for 9. But they didn't pay because they bid on another one, so probably have that in the next video, because I think the auction ends next Saturday or Sunday, and it's a Monday, so yeah, we'll see. So Zathura, I'm just sitting on the floor right now at this point. I took that out, actually. Yeah, I was trying to make room, and I knew this sold. So this is Zathura. This is complete. This would have sold for like 30, maybe like earlier this year, but like when I looked up comps, they were selling for like 30, like no problem, but I guess I just bought it a little too late. That does it for eBay. So we only had 4 there, but we have 16 on Amazon. Nothing sold for like too much money, but I was happy to get rid of so many things. Like some of them are kind of big. So we'll get Disney's Haunted Mansion Clue. This is the cardboard box one. The tin box one sells for about 50 or 60. So that is actually down there. Let me just put that down. We actually sold a copy of What Were You Thinking as well, but I'm not sure which one it is because there are two versions of this game. And I did not know that until I bought one of these. So I know it's not the first edition, it's the second edition. So hold on one sec. Alright, I got those out of there, and I'm gonna leave in the audio where I just toppled over everything. So that was great. But we got it. We got the copy of What Were You Thinking, the correct one. So this one doesn't have a board. This is the usual one that oh wait, it has this board. This is one that has like a thin board. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Either way, here's that. Here's Clue Haunted Mansion. And next time I'll be way more careful. So we'll dump those over here. So anyway, What Were You Thinking? Sold for 27. And now we'll go get a video game, which hopefully I won't topple everything over. It's Batman Arkham Origins. This is a new copy, sold for $5.18. I still haven't beaten this game. I bought Arkham Knight, and I haven't played it, because I'm like, well, I should beat this one, but there it is new. This came, it was a yard sale. I bought a bunch of PS4 and a bunch of PS3 games, and I got one PSP movie from the guy. I paid like $50 for a ton of stuff. I already made that money back and already added like 6 games to my collection from that. Next we have a Sony D-E356CK Walkman. This one actually might have the car kit. Some of them I have managed to like get the cassette and the adapter for the power. So I'm gonna click into this for a sec to see if I need that other stuff. Alright, I don't. So this one I did not have a car kit with. That looks like it right there. No, that's not it. What's messed up is Sony made a lot of CD players that look almost exactly the same. I've really added too many gaming things to this box. This is supposed to be just CD players. I think this is it. Yes, okay, this is it. So that little guy, probably picked it up at Savers for like $3.99, sold for $15. It's gonna go first class. I'm gonna make like $5, maybe 10. Depends how much I got for shipping. Because sometimes I'll get the correct amount and sometimes I'll get a little too much. Sometimes I won't get enough. So, especially since the rates went up this year, the rates are really bad compared to last year. Like 3 years ago was probably the best version of what they had. They're doing a similar thing now where they're grouping prices by 4. Every 4 ounces it's a different price. But now they're doing distance, and they weren't doing distance before. But it used to be everything 1 to 8 ounces was the same price. I think this was 2016, maybe 2017, but this year it's kind of ridiculous for first class. Moving on, let's grab a couple of these games. We got New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I think I just put this away. $12.75. This has gone down a bit. I think the first video of this that I made, they were going for like 18. And then Star Wars Battlefront for Xbox, which I sold for $4.20 because people will pay more for like cute, dumb little prices like that. So I do that. I do $4.20 instead of 4. I do $7.11 instead of 7. I'll do $6.66 instead of $6.50. But let's see. This is New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The manual. I just picked this up with 2 other games for $7 or $8. I just filmed the haul video, so $7 or $8. I got this Mario Kart and Tony Hawk 3. So I already paid for that. I think this Battlefront came with like a bunch. Oh, there it is. Oh no, it's Battlefront 2. So this is just Battlefront 1. This might be disc only, actually. I got so many copies of Battlefront 2. You know what? It's probably the next row back. You know what? Let's check this guy. This might be it. Nope, that's Mass Effect. Yep, Mass Effect. So, while I search for it, I'll tell you a little story that by the time this video goes up might be old news. So, recently, or 2 days ago, Amazon just took down everybody's Nintendo stuff. It was kind of ridiculous. They didn't take down all of mine, which was weird. They took down about 100, maybe like 120 listings of Nintendo stuff. And they sent out a message like 4 hours before. Oh, you know what? I think this is disc only. That's the trouble I'm having here right now. Oh, no, that's it right there. I'm an idiot. I thought that said Battlefront 2, but it says Battlefront. There we go, 420. But anyway, back to the Amazon story. They turned off everybody's Nintendo listings because you can just do that as a company, and now you can just strong arm Amazon into not letting, or not strong arm, probably pay them to not let third-party sellers sell your stuff. So I had tons of these taken down. I had these and blah, blah, blah. The system is taken down. And then like a day later, they're like, oh, our bad. That was a mistake. We've reinstated all of the taken down listings. So I didn't even notice this, that they said they'd whatever fixed it. But they did not put all of mine back up. So that's why it only looked like they took down like 104. They might have, or 120, they might have taken down more. They had just like fixed some of them maybe. I'm not even sure what happened, honestly. But I ended up selling a bunch of Nintendo stuff because of it. Like, I think because some of my listings didn't get taken down, I ended up selling through games. And then I just put all mine back up. It didn't stop me. So then I sold more. Like, games for more than I had them listed. Like, I went to relist to them, and the prices, like, the lowest price was like $3 or $4 higher than what I had mine on. So I ended up like selling like that new Super Mario Bros. Sold for a little bit more than I had it because I had to relist it. So it was a bummer, but I think it also worked in my favor. So yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah, I managed Saturday just to throw all of them back up. Like Friday night, I had a few put back up, and I think one of them sold. I think it might have been Mario, actually. So it was annoying, but it was also mildly beneficial. But in reality, what it's probably going to mean is that Nintendo will be gating all of their stuff, like Apple did earlier this year, which was a bummer. So I'm going to ride this Nintendo Amazon train as long as I can, but I wouldn't be surprised if we all flooded to eBay soon. So next, we got Stratego Vintage Game Collection. I actually just picked this up. That's over here. I think I just shipped one of these out too. I thought I was going to be stuck with these. The other one might be over there still. So there we go. We got Stratego. I think I sold the Yahtzee as well. We'll see in a second. But I picked these up at a yard sale last weekend. Paid $10. I got all three of those wooden games you just saw, plus a DS Lite, some like cases and styluses, or styli, whatever. Then we got Super Mario Bros. 2, and also grabbed Missile Command while I'm at it. So this I had up for $9. And again, when Nintendo did that, there were like 40 or 50 less copies for sale. So I just bumped mine up to 12.22 because it was a little bit more than the lowest one, which was a seller that had like no feedback. So I know people, they'll look, and if like somebody's got like 2 stars and they're like 3 ratings, like people will buy from the next guy. And I have pretty good rating. Not perfect, because you get like 1 negative or 1 neutral and it kind of just messes you up completely. That actually might be down here. These are games I also just got. No, I don't think it is. I think it's in those stacks. So I was, as you like probably in all the past videos, I was this week going to send in a ton of stuff because I just I needed to make room. But I was lazy, and PlayStation is also ending their trophy for PlayStation Reward Points program. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get all the platinums I need to get the last trophy pass, to get the points, blah, blah, blah. And, I'll worry about sending this stuff to Amazon later. And I'm really glad I didn't, because I guess a ton of people had to recall all of their inventory that was Nintendo. And when you do that, you have to pay 50 cents each. So I know some people got it fixed, but I think some people ended up paying 50 cents a piece. Oh, there it is. This isn't even a good condition one. It's probably one of those cases where, like, if you're watching the video, you probably watched me pass the label like a bunch of times, but he has just regular Super Mario Bros. 2. So 12.22 on that, and then Missile Command. That's in this, which I just dumped everywhere. So I used to have my Atari games there, but they were taking up way too much space. So I ended up putting them in a box. And these are the ones I didn't lot onto eBay, but I lotted a ton onto eBay. Missile Command. Oh, this is the Sears Telegames one. I might have another. Well, I'll have to double check that this is the correct one. So I'll usually mention if it's a Telegames game. So there's that. I probably did, so I'm not going to bore you with looking it up. Then we got a few more modern games. We got Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. It sold for $5. We got Beyond Good and Evil, sold for $8. This game was like a $15, $20 game for a while. Then they announced 2, like 3 or 4 years ago or something. I had that trailer, and the game stayed at that price for maybe like a week and then just plummeted. So I've had this for a while. I don't even remember where I got it from, but I guess it's finally coming back up. I think I saw like a new article or a new trailer for it, so maybe people are finally like replaying the old one. I have it on PS3 and I've yet to play it, so I've heard it's a pretty good game. I've played it on PS2 for maybe, I don't know, like 10 minutes once to test a scratched up copy I once had. It seemed fun, but I'm just like kind of beyond playing PS2 games that aren't RPGs, so there's that. And then Toy Story 3, the video game, it sold for $11.40. That was a game I picked up a while ago on, I think it was Savers or something, for a couple bucks, or maybe a yard sale. And I platinumed it. I played through the whole thing. So I'll get Beyond Good and Evil right here. Yeah, I played through the whole thing and got the platinum trophy. I had started it forever ago, but the copy I had was messed up, so I had to return it. So there's that. And then Force Unleashed 2. After I just tore apart this whole thing. So that's the only problem with my shelf system right now, is that I kind of have to like move everything because of how deep the shelves are. But I can also store a lot, so it's kind of kind of a win-lose kind of thing. So probably gonna do the exact same thing where there it is, where I look at it and then I don't grab it. So there are those 3 games: Force Unleashed, Beyond Good and Evil, and Toy Story 3. Be careful of this little mouse guy. All right. So this was one of the games I mentioned. Like, I sold Super Tecmo Bowl and Tetris Worlds just like super quick after they took everybody's Nintendo stuff down. Like, I thought it was sort of weird. I sold it, $477 for Tetris Worlds and $763, which is actually kind of low for Tecmo Bowl games. Like, mostly a year to 2 years ago, they were all like over $20. So they sold fast, and I knew I had them for a couple bucks more than everybody else, so that was cool. But so Super Tecmo Bowl sold for $763. I also have a new copy of Jewel Case. Wow, Risk for PC sold for $29, and then Tetris World sold for $477. So Tecmo Bowl is probably buried behind all this. I know none of these are going to be it because I just put them here. I wish I had remembered I sold this game. Yeah, it should be. It's actually probably in that stack. Yeah, this is a really tall stack. See if I can like look. Just everything's so dark. That's the other issue with this place. Let's see, SimCity, Animaniacs, Spider-Man, Tiny Toons. Yeah, I'm honestly thinking about changing up how I store cartridge games because they just don't really cooperate. But I don't want to use bins or too many boxes because then I'll just like be opening boxes and I'll probably stack the boxes on top of each other anyway. I'm just definitely at a point where I need a little bit more room or another shelf. In all honesty, what I should do is I should buy another one of these shelves. I should throw it up here because like at this point I'm stacking things anyway. But yeah. Alright, after a bit of a thing, we got Tecmo Super Bowl out of there. And then Tetris Worlds is conveniently just in this drawer. I can even see it super quick. And then we'll grab Risk, which I can also see immediately because it's a different color than all the rest. That's always super nice. Most of the copies of this I find actually have a black case, but this is like, what is it called? Classic Value Series. Yeah, I've had this a while. I think I picked it up at a thrift store with like Stratego sealed a while ago. So there's that. And then I believe, last thing is a Nintendo GameCube controller, black. So this was another thing. I had to relist it. I only ended up for $14.77 or something weird. And a ton of people, like there were only like 10 available, so I raised it to $18.25. Sold. I'm expecting maybe 1 to like 5 more this next couple days, like unexpected Nintendo things selling for a little bit more. But then I'll probably have to readjust my prices because I assume most people will have all their listings back up, but I also think a lot of people, especially the big companies, won't even have noticed that all their listings came down. So, yeah. I think that's it. I could have... Usually I only have 15 per page, but... Oh, I'm doing 50 per page now. That's good. So that... could be anywhere, honestly. Oop, there it is. Nope, that's not it. So I won't sell on Amazon if it doesn't have a thumb pad. People will get mad. So that's just in there to bundle with like an eBay system or something like that. I don't even remember. So it should be up here. Unless I don't have it, which is definitely possible. Oh, there we go. We lucked out. I did it. There we go, 1825, which is what they used to sell for like a year ago. So yeah, so that's a good group of stuff. Like, I'm really glad to be getting rid of that many board games. I could have swore I sold Yahtzee as well, but I guess that was just in a dream or some imagination I had. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. You know, if something else sells again, I'll throw it in the video. But otherwise, you know, this is the end. Feel free to like and subscribe. And yeah, if you have any questions or you have any tips or anything, feel free to let me know. And see everyone later. Bye.